The chair recognizes the gentleman from Texas, Mr. Gohmert, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Director. I'm not going to comment about your being last time here. I did that a few years ago and didn't turn out right. But anyway, I want to follow up on what my friend Mr. Johnson was talking about, the overclassification issue, because it does seem to be a problem and certainly an issue. There's an article today entitled "Obama Snooping Excludes Mosque Missed Boston Bombers." I wasn't aware of the, and I went to the FBI website, I wasn't aware of the Sensitive Operations Review Committee, so I wanted to find out what it was. Well, apparently, if something involves things like news media, religious or domestic political organization, things like that, then it has to go before the Sensitive Operations Review Committee in order to be approved. And here's the information on the data about if it's a political organization like a Tea Party or religious organization like Evangelical Christians, which the Department of Homeland Security is so afraid of, or Mosque, apparently it has to get approval here. And we already knew, and we have gone through with, and it seemed ridiculous to me and Michelle Bachmann and Lynn Westmoreland that the material we were reviewing that was purged by subject matter experts was classified. It would seem that if you're trying to make the Islamists feel better about training materials, you'd want them to see what they were removed. And I'm just curious, why are the subject matter experts that the FBI had go through all their training material and purge anything that might be offensive to an Islamist, why was that needed to be classified? I would think they'd be heroes in the Islamic world for getting that stuff out. Why was that classified?
Well, we went through a thorough review. I think you've been fully briefed on it. In those materials are examples of cases.
I need you to. I have such a short time. I need you to answer questions. And my question is, why were the subject matter experts' identity classified?
Because the process in whole had within its parameters all information that we have in the Bureau. And if I'm not mistaken, we gave you the names of the individuals.
In a classified setting, and so I'd get prosecuted if I revealed them. And I don't know why you can't make those public so that people would know. But obviously, you feel...
I will look at that. And
well, and also I want to go back to Boston. You said things like, and I jotted these down, what you said, the FBI did an excellent job, did a thorough job, don't know what else we could have done. And according to the Russians, there's a great deal more could have been done. And when we find out about this Sensitive Operations Review Committee, and as this article points out, if it's true, it says that we don't know who the chairman and members are of this Sensitive Operations Review Committee, who the staff, that's kept secret. The FBI never canvassed Boston Mosque until 4 days after the April 15th attacks. If the Russians tell you that someone has been radicalized and you go check and see the mosques that they went to, then you get the articles of incorporation, as I have, for the group that created the Boston Mosque where these Tsarnaevs attended, and you find out the name Al-Amudi, which you'll remember because while you were FBI director, this man who was so helpful to the Clinton administration with so many big things, he gets arrested at Dulles Airport by the FBI, and he's now doing over 20 years for supporting terrorism. This is the guy that started the mosque where your Tsarnaevs were attending, and you didn't even bother to go check about the mosque. And then when you have the pictures, why did no one go to the mosque and say, who are these guys? They may attend here. Why was that not done since such a thorough job was done?
Your facts are not altogether well.
All right, point out specifically.
May I finish my
point out specifically. Sir, if you're going to call me a liar, you need to point out specifically where any facts are wrong.
We went to the mosque prior to Boston.
prior to Boston.
Prior to Boston happening, we were in that mosque talking to the imam several months beforehand as part of our outreach efforts.
Were you aware that those mosques were started by Al-Moody?
I've answered the question, sir.
You didn't answer the question. Were you aware they were started by Al-Moody? You were not. Okay. Thank you.
Time of the gentleman has expired.